Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome to my channel. My name is Horsing Around. I'm usually streaming on Twitch. I'm not really much of a YouTube person, but this was something I wanted to do on YouTube because there's so much reading. I can't really interact with my chat. I feel like it's just better for YouTube, and I have some friends with me here today that are going to help me do some voices and maybe chime in with some commentary. We actually have someone who's just passed her bar exam. So I think that's going to be very interesting. So please sit down, get comfortable. Court is now in session.
This is peak.
Whoa.
Damn it, why I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it.
Good, thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Something I think actually is really cool about this game is that when the different characters talk, there's like a little beep, 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 beep sound, and like depending on the pitch of their voice, the beeps are at different pitches. It's a fun little detail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Boy, am I nervous. Does anyone want to be my boss with big boobs, or should I also do that?
I think the lawyer here should be the boss.
Am I the boss?
Yeah.
All right. Right. Am I mad at you?
No, you're not. You're a nice lady.
Oh, okay. Then pretend that was normal.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
It would be funny if she just hated him
Whew,
so
I'm
much.
glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well.
Yeah, probably that I'm an idiot. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yeah, is that a conflict of interest?
Yeah, that seems fine.
Okay.
This all seems very okay.
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out
can't-
any way I can. I really want to help him. I owe him that much.
Oh god. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over!
Isn't that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, that's him.
Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
That's me every day.
It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah.
Nick!
Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm
There he
so
is.
guilty! Tell him I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die!
What?
Sweating all over the courtroom.
What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away.
person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you.
I'm cooked.
My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. So I just want to... You can check the profiles. You've known him since he was born? He's 23. When did you meet up? In the nursery?
Is everyone. Yeah.
Mia Fey is 27, my boss, 27.
Okay, yeah. Chief attorneys are usually 27.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Couple years out of law school.
Yeah. Alright, in the 23 years I've known him,
Very famous.
it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Who wants to be the judge? Who wants him?
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz.
Who wants... Does anyone want Payne? I can do him.
Well, I guess you're Miss Payne. I guess you're Mr. Payne here.
Mr. Payne. Now, his first name is Winston.
Wait, aren't you the defense as well? You're just gonna be arguing with yourself.
Winston Payne.
It's Winston Payne. Very funny. Very funny
Yeah.
pun.
All the names are puns.
Yeah.
Was that the translation team, or is that the original? Like,
The original also, because Phoenix Wright's name, Phoenix Wright, is actually, in the Japanese version, it's Naruhodo, which is like, I see, I understand. Yeah, that's what people call him,
that's
is
pretty
just,
funny.
I understand, or I
Okay.
see, yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
I
Mr.
got
I
you.
understand.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client.
Oh, not my arguments, just, okay.
Yeah, how you behave.
Just how you're acting right now.
The cut of your jib will
The
determine.
kind of-
Out of your chin.
Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Okay. Is this normal during a trial? Do they do that?
Yeah, I think we should just stop everything. Nobody has anywhere to be. Let's just make sure that the defense knows what they're doing.
Yeah. This is his
Yeah.
first time. He needs to...
He needs to do his homework.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading.
Eyesight.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Well, that's easy. That's Larry Butz. I can't forget that.
Can't forget the Butz.
Defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor.
What's with the Z?
Correct. Keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's, wait. Uh-oh.
Okay.
No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here!
Phoenix! You absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim! Of course. Of course I know the victim's name! Yeah! I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on.
So true.
Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record.
Sorry, I have to turn you up just a smidge. I love the emphasis you put on court record. Very good. Very.
There you go, I'm a great tutorial character. Just touch the court record button to check at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
This is the button in question. You can look at the evidence. You can look at the people.
Is it normal? Is it normal for chiefs to beg their understudies
Yeah, I
to
think
do
that's,
well?
that's pretty typical behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do well. Let's see your
Please.
answer. Who is the victim in
Could
this
you
case?
pretty please?
Please
So
don't
here
fuck
are
this
your
up.
options: Mia Fey, Cinder Block, or Cindy.
I'm the victim in this case. I'm the real victim here, I think.
Look at the profiles right here. And it is Cindy Stone, the victim in this case. Cindy Stone, not Cinder Block, even though I wish it was.
Cinder Block.
Your Honor.
The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct.
Jesus.
Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was.
Well, let's look at the court record. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma.
We saw that in the intro, though.
She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. Impressive. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed.
Great.
By
You know,
6
that's all you
questions
need
on
to
the
know to
court
be a lawyer is who was the victim, how
Yeah.
did they die, and who is the defendant.
And yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
you know. That's it. That's all we need to do to ascertain your readiness. Phoenix, you're ready to go.
Yeah, you're fine.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Yeah, being a lawyer is easy. Thank you, Your
Yeah.
Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As
Is he also
Mr.
get a
Wright.
tutorial?
What did you say, Press?
You gotta give the prosecution a tutorial too. You can't only give the
No,
defense
he's
a tutorial.
no, he's a veteran. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing.
I think so. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object.
Your Honor, you need to give me a tutorial, please.
What?
Yes,
What
that's
do you
something
explain?
due process,
You forgot the
fairness.
judicial tutorial.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Tutorial.
Unfairness? Unfairness, Your Honor?
Objection! I don't know the victim's name.
Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial.
Okay. Yes, boss.
That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand.
Oh god.
Here he
Chief,
comes.
what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. What do you mean, what do
Asking
you
the
do?
lawyer here because I was just curious. Can't the doesn't the accused often not take the stand? Can't they plead the fifth and not take the stand? Don't they often do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, and it's kind of
Okay.
usually for the best if they don't, because
Yeah.
like the intention is to like mislead them into saying something that will,
Yeah.
you know,
And this is a very
incriminate them.
misleadable man, so
Yeah, so like it would
Yeah.
be for the best if he didn't take the stand, but whatever. It's for the drama.
Yeah, because Phoenix Wright's the most accurate court proceeding.
Yeah, no, I think he's gonna do a great job.
Yeah.
Of course.
We've had a tutorial, so I think we're good.
he got some so don't count him out here.
I'm sure Mr.
Yeah,
Butz also
exactly.
received a tutorial before heading out. onto the
Yeah,
stand.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
What is the defendant's name?
What?
Much to
Oh,
think
I don't know my own name.
You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
There it is.
Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Wow.
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right.
That's sexism.
I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? My client had no idea that the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
No. No.
Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? With that cheating she-dog?
Oh no.
I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? Miss Lemony, is that legal to freak out in court?
That went fine. I think that went pretty well.
Yeah. I don't think he didn't say
Relevant to the
anything
case.
damning. He said, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this after I die.
Yeah, he didn't say it like he didn't say anything really bad.
When I
It
go
was pretty
to
relevant.
when I go to hell, I'm gonna have a conversation with her. That's what
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
he was saying. That's what my client
The
was saying.
cheating she-dog.
Yeah. She might be a cheating she-dog, but he just wants to have a chat. He just
Yeah,
wants to talk. He just wants to
conversation.
figure it out.
Friendly chat.
I don't think he's showing any aggression.
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Oh,
Well, did you? Or did you not?
well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Is that objectionable?
Maybe I did. Maybe
Definitely
I
an answer.
Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Sends him a signal.
Yeah, I was there, I went.
We're cooked.
Order! Well, Mr. Butz. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her.
See, I told you.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Oh, well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I should be higher pitched.
Need to get closer to that. Objection!
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Saw It to the stand.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Mr. Saw It, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers. Yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Here it goes.
Here we go.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
That's pretty bad. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Are they?
Are they?
I don't know. When is this set?
Well, okay, so it's...
landlines, like traditional old landline phones, don't have to be. They can run off just a landline.
Oh. Well, so these This game, I think, was made in 2001 or 2002. It was originally for the Game Boy Advance. But this does take place, and I think 2015 or 2016. That's when it's set. But of course, it's very anachronistic because it's it was made in 2001. So there's
that's really interesting.
Yeah. So like everyone has like
We're
brick
in the future,
phones,
but like from 2001.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
All right, this is it. The real deal. Oh, the music.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave you? Is this your first day of law?
He doesn't. He's like, what's a cross-examination? I don't know what that is.
I just have a couple of questions. What is a cross-examination? What is a trial? And
Lies?
what is a defendant?
What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Jesus. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand.
What's evidence?
There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony.
Okay, yeah, I can do that still.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Is assault legal in court?
No, this seems fine.
Law school is the rub it in the witness's face.
Hit him
right?
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, in the second game, there's a woman called Franziska von Karma, okay? And she...
Great, yeah.
She has a whip, and she whips the judge with it, she whips the witness, she whips you, and nobody's calling HR,
that seems
nobody's
okay.
filing a lawsuit. In the third game, the prosecutor drinks like 26 cups of coffee a trial. He's like, I don't want this. You better hurry up,
No,
because if this trial finishes before my 27th cup of coffee, I'm gonna riot. He fucking throws scalding hot coffee in your face like several times.
27 cups of coffee per trial.
Yeah.
That's just classic.
Yeah.
That's just what you need.
Yeah, that's actually low for the average, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking whip. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
What's a testimony?
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions.
Alright.
Okay, we're getting to the creme de la creme right here. So these exclamation points are my, how many times I can be penalized before I automatically lose. So let's look at the evidence here. The time of death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. He said he found her dead body when it was 1 p.m. So he's lying. There's the lie right there. And the blackout doesn't contradict what he says, because he said it was 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And this is from noon to 6 p.m. There was a blackout. So that doesn't contradict it, but the autopsy report does. So we gotta find this statement. So you can press him on things if you want. But there's no reason to right now, because this is a pretty simple, straightforward case. You don't. Some of the cases you have to press like statements in a certain order to get. It's just.
Yeah, and then for some reason the prosecution can go, oh, that's a big file you have. Do you remember what page the evidence was? Do you remember what page it's on?
Okay, remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Objection, Your Honor. So a cool feature this game has, you can press a button and then you can like say, you can say the words instead, so you can really feel like you're there. But I'm not gonna do that.
The mic on your DS is broken. Yeah.
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes,
Mr.
it was
Saw
1 p.m. for certain.
Mr. Saw It, you're just wiggling at me.
Yeah.
Are you good? Is everything like good with you?
I'm just wiggling.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was nobody
Taps my paper.
no body to find at 1 p.m.
A woman is dead.
What do you guys think about that? Is it a good one?
Do you mind?
Yeah.
Can you
Are you
read
allowed
it
to? Are you allowed to crack jokes in court?
It is in fact extremely discouraged to do so. They don't tend to read very well.
Yeah. Objection, Your Honor. The defense is being cringe.
That's being cringe.
How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, wiggles faster.
Wiggling faster, yeah. Oh,
This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time!
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, he said, I remember it exactly. Not like, oh, I think it was 1 p.m. It was, I remember the time
Yeah.
exactly it was 1 p.m.
Precisely 1 p.m.
Mr. Saw It. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot.
Yeah, put him on the spot. He's wiggling like crazy.
Yeah, he's wiggling. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions.
Wow, being a lawyer is literally so easy. All you have to do is go, well,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, literally.
Well, you're wrong because I'm right.
Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Oh, would you care to give your testimony again?
Yeah, it was 4 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. My bad. Typo.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Objection, Your Honor, blackout.
Yeah. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it?
They're really
I guess
against
the
television.
victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. I'm terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program.
Yeah, because
Mr.
that makes
Wright?
sense.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. That makes sense.
Yeah, the judge just forgot that there was a blackout. Right!
Yeah.
You know what to do. Probably.
I've got this one.
Kill the witness.
Kill it!
You see, Your Honor, if the witness wasn't in fact guilty, why did he die so easily?
Exactly.
An innocent man would have fought harder to protect himself.
Your Honor, he died way too easily.
So I think this is a statement I'm supposed to present the evidence to. There's a few statements I could, but I think this one is fine. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Excuse me.
Go.
You couldn't have
Wiggle.
heard a television or a video.
Yeah. I Weller.
The defense has a point.
Yeah, I do. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
You know, it's funny because if the writers had foresight in 2016, she could have been watching something like on a tablet or like her phone.
They had just known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe she had data that,
Yeah.
that somehow works.
She could have been watching something
Exactly.
on some sort of device, but no.
Or
This
maybe
is-
Mr. Saw simply heard the voice of God. If you can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you should bring that up.
Yeah, God
Yeah,
probably
Your
was
Honor,
like, it's
like-
1 p.m.
God told me it was 1 p.m.
God
said
just
it.
lies to your face.
God, well, Your Honor, God entered my body like my body the same size.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence against that?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. I'm crying. Wait, I remember now.
I see, Mr. Sawit. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
Yeah, silly me lying in court.
These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body,
Yeah.
making me misremember the time at least 3 times.
Separate times. Very well, Mr. Sawit.
After initially saying yes, it was definitely 1 p.m.
I'm backtracking now, Your Honor. Let's hear your testimony once
I'm
more,
cooked,
please.
Your Honor.
Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Get it? Like my name, saw it.
Good one, yeah.
Good one.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon, the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw and not heard. I must have seen that.
Must have seen it.
Must have
You saw a
it.
clock? You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. I'm a complete dumbass, by the way. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. So even this doesn't make sense because if the power went out at 1, I mean, not at 1, at noon, the clock would have said noon.
Yeah.
But it's a battery-powered clock.
Yeah.
It was
Nice.
daylight
Yeah.
savings.
Yeah. Your Honor, it was daylight savings in the, somewhere.
Let me see. There was a yeah.
Hold
A
it.
table clock? Was there a clock at the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
I know what I'm supposed to present. It's this. This is the murder weapon. He's saying that this is the clock. First of all, I don't see any sort of interfacing on it that would show you the time. There's no analog, no digital.
All they had to do was put a little clock face on the bottom of the statue, and it would have made significantly more sense, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be
Like
this one. There was a clock being like, this is not a clock. Or this is the murder weapon. I don't know. Okay, I think this one. I think this is the statement.
Objection, this is not a clock.
Yeah. Wait just a moment.
As you can clearly see.
The murder weapon wasn't a
Murder
clock.
weapon.
It was this statue.
Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are?
What do you think you are, a lawyer?
Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock!
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud.
Excuse
It doesn't
me.
look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. I'm just gonna omit that thing. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all.
So, but it says the time. So he didn't hear it. I mean, he didn't saw it.
I saw it.
Bro's still lying.
I heard it and then I saw it. That's what more?
I can see noise.
Yeah, he
I can't
has
see no-
synesthesia or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock.
I'm sorry, can we see a demonstration of this, how this clock works?
Yeah, I do have a problem with this testimony.
Yeah, I got a couple problems.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony.
Whoa.
Yeah, objection,
Goodness.
Your Honor, gross. The only way. Yeah,
I
can
think we should be
strike
allowed
that
to
from the
make that
record?
objection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
disgusting.
Can we strike that from the record, Your Honor?
Objection. That's nasty. I don't like that.
I don't like it.
Immediately penalized.
The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
You know, this could have been fixed if he said, I saw him hit her, and the clock sounded
And then-
off.
Yeah.
But he didn't think that through.
Yeah, he saw it, you know.
You know, I could lie so much, but I could go to, you know what, I could lie on the stand. I would be a better murderer than him.
I would be great at murdering myself.
Judge.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I would be a better murderer than this man.
Yeah. The witness
Start
knew it was a
berating
clock
them.
because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon just spoke as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless.
Just look at the witness's face.
I feel that's
Your
objectionable.
Honor, objection, Your Honor, ad hominem. Ad hominem. What the witness care to elaborate?
No.
Yeah, could you elaborate on your face?
Yeah? Why is your face like that? Did you strike the victim with a clock?
This is what happens. I never. Look, the clock. I heard. No, I mean, I saw it. Whoa.
Whoa.
Rips
Your
off
Honor, assault?
hairpiece, throws it. Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you.
Yeah.
It was him. I'm telling you, I saw him. I saw it.
The breakdowns are so iconic in this series. All of the mental breakdowns people have on the stand are like just a chef's kiss.
Throws my hair at you.
He killed her, and he should burn, burn, give him death.
Your Honor? Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. I think I need to talk to my witness.
Yeah, I don't think
There
you
isn't
trust
a
your witness
shred
super
of
well.
evidence supporting the defense's claims. Okay.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply ask the neighbors. It's so funny.
Ask the neighbor.
Try sounding the clock. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Don't point. Don't point
Yeah,
at me.
is it normal for lawyers to point in court? Like, just point
I
at
probably
the...
wouldn't point at the judge.
Yeah.
Just, out of respect.
Yeah, it's a bit rude. I asked the court to listen very carefully. Now, who would like to play the part of the clock?
I'm ready. I was born for this.
Okay.
Perfect. Let's roll.
A beep.
Oh.
I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
I think, therefore, I am an
Well, he is
He's the
the
thinker.
thinker, after all. That's why.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, the clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing, Phoenix, right?
Uh-oh, what's he talking about?
Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming it's not like someone had
Your
time
Honor?
to...
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it was like in police
In the
custody.
ghost house.
Yeah.
You can't prove that. You don't have a case.
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? You can, I feel like you should just say objection. That was stupid.
Yeah, objection. That's just fucking stupid.
Damn it! I was so
like
close.
objection. Like, clearly, no one changed the time between it was entered in evidence as a murder weapon, where no one even knew it was a clock. So yeah,
Yeah,
why would you change it? Why would anyone change it?
Yeah.
because it's funny. Mr. Wright?
I mean, maybe like you could argue that it was like turned off.
Maybe.
Bonk.
And then when he struck, it turned on. It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
What?
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. Bullshit. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal, Your lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry.
Disgusting.
I failed you.
Outstanding member of society,
There's
Mr.
nothing I
Sonic.
can do about it now.
Are you sure?
Your Honor, he's slamming the desk.
Not so fast, Mr. Saw It. Oh, Mia for the save.
Tag team lawyers. Yeah.
Mia! I mean, Chief, not Mia. I'm sorry.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I'm cooked. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Yes, you can. You can just say it's improbable.
You literally
that
can.
Nobody can prove that.
Are you sure? Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste
right?
time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and... think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Good lord. Right? Can you think of a reason to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
No. No, not at all.
So yes, but you can look
I
at
like
the
that
court record. You can say no.
I like that it lets you say, nope, can't think of anything.
But
I
she
give
was
up.
in Paris. So the clock could have been at the wrong time because she was in Paris.
Supposedly.
Wait. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Yeah, rub it in their face.
Give it to them. Yeah, actually just give it to them. Where,
Yeah,
Mr.
like,
Wright? Yeah, just literally give it to them. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ah, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off, you slimy lawyer man. You
Your Honor, he's taunting.
Yeah, Your Honor.
disgusting lawyer.
Ad hominem.
Nastiest lawyer.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Well, it's not really proof, but it is, you know, it makes a case. Okay?
We hate the nasty lawyers.
Yeah, all you lawyers are slime.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours.
Yo,
When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. And notice as well how the thinker did not specify if it was a.m. or p.m. He just said when he read out
That's a
when the
clock.
clock read out was 8:45. I think it's 8:45. He didn't say p.m. or a.m.
that makes it a terrible clock.
Yeah, well that's because Larry made it.
Like it's
Yeah.
oh right.
The clock
yeah,
wasn't 3 hours
dumbass.
slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Nice.
Oh,
Good one.
no.
Got him.
That was a pretty good one.
It was really good, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god. Your Honor. Order, I say. Your Honor,
You
the
get, like,
defense
an
roasted him
ambulance or
so hard. Well, This case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
He's dead, Your Honor.
He's
Very
dead.
well. Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly.
To be fair, the witness was very stupid, so that definitely helped.
And find the true culprit at the same time.
I heard the time it was 1 p.m. It was on a thing that was on a TV program. Actually, it was 4 p.m.
Thank
My
you,
mistake.
Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but
I don't know, it's not a formality. This is like the point of why we're here.
yeah, Your Honor.
This is
This
like your
court-
job.
Yeah, does anyone know how to do their job here?
Sure.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz,
Guilty.
not guilty.
Yay.
Is there
Okay,
confetti
who's throwing
in
the confetti?
courtrooms?
Alright. Yeah, now all the
seems-
jurors,
seems pretty
after
okay.
the verdict's read, all the jurors are now allowed to throw the court confetti.
Yeah, floor
After,
everything with
but
confetti.
only after sentencing is.
Yeah, was there a
only
jury
after-
in this, by the way?
Yeah,
Apparently there is.
but they're just there to watch. I don't think they. I don't.
They're there with
They're
pop. They're there with
there to hang
popcorn.
Yeah, they're in the
They-
stands and they're like blah 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 blah. They don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
And with that, court is adjourned.
The jury's just there so the judge can yell order every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home.
Yoshikage Hiro.
After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
And he did a murder.
August 3rd,
Mm.
2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew. I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Seriously.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there.
You sure?
Kind of. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
Yeah, because courts are supposed to be satisfying, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never seen the Chief
It's
looking
wild,
this happy.
I didn't realize
She's-
how wild her outfit is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
Until
that.
now.
She's
Until
kind of
right
out there.
It's a mini
Your
skirt,
Honor?
too.
Your
Oh,
Honor,
good.
the chief prosecutor is wearing really revealing clothing.
If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, 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 bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
Oh, but my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, go
Whoa,
finish
what
your
were you about
thought.
to say?
Phoenix, what,
Hey.
Yeah, finish your thought. Finish your thought, Phoenix.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
what were you gonna say about her? What were you gonna say
Yeah,
about
coward.
Cindy
Yeah.
Stone, huh?
She's no
Hmm?
good for you.
Wait, hold on. I need to
Phoenix
see
was about
his
to
profile.
say
How
a
old is
slur
he?
here.
36.
36. Doesn't look a day over 40.
Winston is 52.
Doesn't look a day over 60.
The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across.
Damn.
Damn.
That's-
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry!
Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Where's my dinner? Where's my
hey!
movie?
Yeah!
He's not even.
Oh,
He
hey!
literally doesn't even pay you.
Yeah. Here, take
No,
this. It's a
your
present. The
murder
murder weapon.
It's the fucking murder weapon.
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her.
No, that's why it's such a bad clock.
The clock that does not specify AM or PM or,
Like,
or
yeah.
neither works in 24-hour times and making it kind of a useless clock.
Yeah. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this?
It's like one of those like science kits that you get for like a 6th grader, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like build your own clock kit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Just follow the instructions.
Yo, Nick.
Why does he look like that now? He's just like locked in. Look at him.
He's mewing on us.
Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. I'm so over women. I'm locked in. I'm
you
alpha
believe
now.
Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And oh shit.
Oh, sorry,
Don't that just make you want to cry?
Larry.
Are you so sure?
Squeeze me.
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Just
That
straight up
cheating
lying,
she-dog.
man. Yeah.
No, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Yeah, he's not paying us. You don't have to do
Yeah,
this.
he's gonna be.
Oh, I'm
this
not
guy's
just
gonna be watching.
sympathizing, really. Isn't that
Sorry, bud.
right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend?
Huh?
Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about?
Really
It's
good
this,
question.
because this shitty, heavy clock, shitty, you can't eyeball it. You have to tilt the head for it to say the time. Doesn't distinguish between AM and PM, and she took this bullshit with her to Paris.
Used up her valuable travel luggage weight.
Yeah. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Yeah, she was just using you like a chump, but you know, maybe somewhere she kind of felt bad for you.
Yeah. Oh, where'd you get that clock? The murder
Oh, it
weapon.
was in evidence.
Yeah, it was in evidence.
Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, this is the object the thing that you lovingly made for her. The terrible clock is the thing that would bludgeon her to death.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great,
nice?
Larry?
Yeah, this is the clock you
This
made
back
for her,
check
Larry.
out
Do you see her blood on it?
See her blade?
You didn't
Blade
kill her.
matter?
Yeah, while you didn't kill her, the object for her did kill her.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you might as
That makes
well
me feel
kill
good.
her.
She took it with her when she
Sure.
traveled.
Oh, Jesus.
She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
I don't trust guys who do that, with the little sleeve thing. If you ever do that sleeve thing,
That's your red flag.
Yeah, you probably did. You probably have committed some sort of other heinous crime. Maybe you didn't commit murder, but like that's a,
Tax fraud, definitely.
Tax.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Also, I'm not paying you, by the way.
Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now.
Yeah, because before it was useless.
Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself.
Well, it's so deep.
Live, laugh,
Wow.
love.
Yeah. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong.
Did she really tell you to
Girl,
listen
what?
and learn?
Listening and learning, okay.
Listening and learning.
Never let go of what you believe in. Never.
Girl, where are you pulling this from?
What are you talking about?
Maybe the real innocent ruling we got was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me?
HR?
Inappropriate.
HR? I'm being sexually
I got
harassed
some
by my boss?
questions.
That's why she's like, you did great, right? He's an idiot. He's like this bumbling idiot, and she's like, you did really well.
Yeah, anyways, you want a
You
date?
got paid for this? Yeah, but do you want to go for dinner?
Yeah.
We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz.
I'm being
Yeah.
treated by my coworker who's 4 years older than me.
So true.
Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part, at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Bro, she wants
Girl.
me. Dude, she wants me. I'm suing.
I'm sorry.
And
So,
so,
when the case if she's standing by you telling you what to do, though, she's got you.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is great.
I have to put up with her sexual harassment because her legal advice is just too good.
Yeah.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay me. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia.
A whole $5.
I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Uh-oh.
The end.
The end.
Bum, bum, bum. Sounds like that's kind of like a cursed item that maybe needs to go
Yeah,
out of
it's like
circulation.
it's like
burn.
Chris Chan's
Yeah.
medallion.
It keeps being involved in murders. I don't think we...
All right, well, that was episode 1 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the first turnabout. I hope everyone watching had a good time, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'll see you next time with episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Should be really fun. I hope you could be with me there. And if you'd like to see more of what I do, you can follow me on Twitch. See you around.